You saw the title, the easiest $300 a month you'll ever make with Amazon KDP, no skills needed, and you're in the right place. I know we live in a time where everyone's chasing the next flashy AI generated coloring book, but in this video, I want to show you something a little bit different, something no one's really talking about anymore, a simple overlooked niche that consistently earns a few $100s a month from just one book, and it doesn't require any design skills, artistic talent, or any experience at all. I spent dozens of hours researching this for you, and what I found even surprised me. Low competition, steady demand, and a massive opportunity hiding in plain sight. So today, I'm going to show you everything on this niche, from the data to the exact steps to create the book yourself, step by step, so you don't have to do any of the guesswork. So if you're looking for a realistic way to earn passive income on Amazon KDP without needing to be creative or technical, this is going to be one that you don't want to miss. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. So if this sounds like you, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. Now, the book that I want to focus your attention on is called the Number Search book. And I did research into this niche, and what I found was a lot of low effort books, but ranking pretty decently. I was hovering over these books. This one ranked at 77,000. That means it's selling consistently. This one right here ranked at 64,000. Once again, very low effort book. And as you can see, judging from the covers, it's not going to be the most flashiest type of book. There's not going to be a lot of work, which is really why I wanted to showcase it today for you guys, is because you're not going to need any experience to create this book, and you're going to be able to put up this book on Amazon. Hopefully it can do very well for you. Now, when I get into a niche, I look at a couple different requirements. One of them has to do with the total results. So I always look at this number. This one says 4,531. Now, when it comes to search results, this is basically going to tell you how competitive a certain keyword search term is, and frankly, how competitive a niche is. You want to look for lesser competition, lesser search results. And so what I look for is going to be search results that have about 1,000 or less, which basically means that you're only going to have to compete with maybe 1,000 or less books to try to get on that first or second page of Amazon, where most of those sales happen. So coming back here on Amazon, we know that this number is a little bit too high. 4,531 means it's going to be a little bit competitive, because you can just think of it as having to compete with over 4,000 books to be on this first page of Amazon, where there's only 48 products. Now, that's why we want to lower our search results, so we have a better statistical chance of getting our book ranked on the first or second page of Amazon, where the majority of sales happen. So instead of using just Number Search book, I went ahead and found this specific sub niche called the large print number search books for adults. Now, this one has total results of 780, way lower than that 4,000 plus search results of the generic number search book. This one's also below 1,000, which means that you're going to have a better chance at getting a book ranked here on the first page of Amazon. Now that we have the search results done, everything looks good with that. The next thing that I look for has to do with demand. Now, there's no point putting all your effort and time into a book and then putting it up on Amazon, and then people aren't looking for that type of book. There's no demand for it. So in order to judge demand, what I look for are 3 KDP books that all have a bestsellers rank of 300,000 or below, because this is going to tell me that these books are selling consistently at about 1 unit or 1 book per day, which means that there is some sort of demand here. So if we go back onto Amazon, let's look for those 3 books. If we hover over this one, the plugin that I use called Titan's Quick View shows me independently published, which means it's a KDP book with a bestsellers rank of 112,000. So that's good to see. The next one right here is not independently published, so I'll just move on to the next. This one right here ranked in the 400,000s. This one is 64,000. So this one's a very good selling book. This one right here ranked 97,000. So that's already 3 books, satisfies my requirement. But I also look throughout the first page just to see how well the books do as a whole. This one's 144,000, so still doing very well. 400,000. This one's 500,000, starts to drop off. 700,000. But then this one right here 262,000. Also this one, 163,000, 294,000. So as long as you get on the first page of Amazon for this keyword search term, which you could actually use for your book's title, you're going to do very, very well. Now going back up here, Titans Quick View, the last thing that I look for has to do with the niche score. Right here, we see a big number 68. Now, this is pretty simple. The niche score that I use basically validates the first two steps with the competition and the demand. And what I'm really looking for is a niche score of at least 50 that is coming from a plugin that I use called Titans Quick View. So now that we know that the niche score is above 50, we see a green right here. We see that competition is low, demand is high. All in all, when these three things satisfy, it basically points me into the direction that there is potential for success in this niche. So let's go ahead to the next step. And that would be to actually look at one of these books. So here's one, number search books. This one's for adults. Find over 4,000 numbers in this collection of large print puzzles. This one, the first thing that I see, 4.8 out of 5 rating, 85% a 5-star. And honestly, you can't really go wrong with number search books. It's very, very easy to make, very low effort. This is the type of book that's going to receive a lot of 5 stars. This one's priced at $9.99, which is important because I'm going to tell you why in a bit. So this one's 18-point large print font, which keeps in line with that large print puzzle book. And this one is 108 pages, sized at that 8.5 by 11 inch book size. Now, if we hover over this image and look at the cover, we can see it's a very simple cover. Here's a puzzle on the front, and then your title, 2025 number search, large print font. You have your numbers and then the numbers to find. This is not going to be a difficult book to make, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. Taking a look at the actual sample here, here's one puzzle. Once again, very, very simple. They're all pretty much the same, just different numbers. And we can see from this graph that the sales are consistent, meaning that this book sells daily. It will sell month after month, and you really don't have to worry about those seasonal ups and downs. This is going to be one of those evergreen type books that you can depend on year after year, month after month. Here's some A+ content, which is just going to help boost your book's sales, and a little bit more of the interior. And then here's the solution page. We can see there's 2 solutions for each page. Now, if we head on over to this KDP book sales calculator and we plug in that number, that bestsellers rank of 97,968, we can see the estimated book sales turn out to be 3 units per day, which equate to about 90 book sales per month. So if I go ahead and grab my calculator right here, and we're just gonna multiply this 90 units per month by the actual book royalty, which is gonna be right here from KDP's royalty calculator. I put in all of the details, 8.5 by 11 inches. This is a 108 page count at $9.99. And when you submit that, it's gonna give you the actual estimated royalty. This one, Amazon.com, where you're going to make most of your sales, is going to be an estimated royalty of $3.15. Now, before we actually put this in the calculator, I want you to see why it's important that you price your book at $9.99 if you're going to go for that price point. Because if you do $9.98, submit that, look at the estimated royalty, get slashed $1 at $2.15. And that's because of the new pricing change with Amazon KDP, where any book that is listed below $9.99 now has a 50% royalty rate. That's a reduction of 10% compared to 60% when you price it at $9.99. Now, if we go ahead and grab the calculator and multiply the 90 units per month by the royalty per book, we're gonna get almost $300 per month coming from this low effort book. Now, really, there's 2 ways that you can make this type of book. You can make it manually, meaning you can put down the numbers one by one and then plug them into the puzzle and then figure out how you're gonna line them up. Or you can just make these puzzles with a click of a button. So I'm gonna show you exactly how to do this by just pressing a few buttons. So in order to create these number search puzzles, I'm gonna use BookBolt, and I'm gonna create a project here. This is going to be a paperback. I'm going to focus on the interior right now, but you can also create a cover or a combination of the cover and interior, also with the hardcover option. Now the project name is going to be called Number Search. And then the trim size, 8.5 by 11. You can see all the other trim sizes here. And then interior paper type, black and white interior with white paper. This is going to be your lowest cost for KDP, so you want to stick to that. And then with bleed, no bleed, it's up to you. I'm going to go no bleed with 100 page count. Now you can obviously make this more, you can make it less. Let's go with that. Create project. Now that we have all of our pages right here, we have to start adding our puzzles, our number searches. So to do that, in the column right here, there's this maze looking thing. I'm going to click into there. And so it's right here where it says number search standard. So if I click that, it's going to ask me what pages do I want the puzzles to be on. And so right here, I'm just going to go the first half, because if it's 100 pages, I want the first half to be the puzzles and then the second half to be the actual solutions. So we're going to go select the first half. There we go. Continue to options. Now here you can see up here, Amazon KDP guidelines. You want to make sure that this is selected because it's going to follow all of the rules for Amazon KDP. So when this book is saved, it's done, it's completed, you can easily upload it into KDP and it will pass all of its checks. So the numbers per puzzle, this is how many numbers you want into that box of numbers for your puzzle. You can go as low as 1, as high as 40. Let's go ahead and choose 30. And then you can choose if you want diagonal numbers, reverse numbers. I'm going to do diagonal and leave reverse unchecked. Now for the actual puzzle, now if you're doing a large print book, like our niche, you want to stick to 1 puzzle per page so it takes the entire page, but you could do 2, 3, 4, up to you depending on the type of book that you want to make. Alignment, we're going to stick to middle. And then this is the section for the font where you can make it a little bit more unique. I'm just going to keep everything here the same. The clues. So the clues, we're going to do columns and we're going to do 3 columns. You can break it down to 2 to 4. We'll stick to 3. And then sorting the numbers, we can do short to long to short, or no, just randomized. Let's stick to that. Text align, keep it center. Can play around with the font here, but I'll keep it the same. And then for the solutions, we want the solutions after all the puzzle pages. You can also do manually select solution pages if you know exactly where you want to put it in the book. And then solutions per page, 1, 2, 3, or 4 solutions. I'm going to stick to 1 solution right now, and then I'm going to align it in the middle, keep that right here. Some options here to really customize the look, but I'll keep everything here the same. And then for the clues, you can choose no clues, columns, or lines. We'll stick to columns, and we're going to stick to 3 columns. Number sort, no. Text align center, keep everything else the same. Now it's going to ask you to upload a CSV file, which should look a little like this. And how this is going to work is you want to put 15 numbers, put a space that signifies a break in the page, and then this set is going to be the next page or the next puzzle. And you just keep doing that for how many puzzles that you have. You can randomize the numbers, but this is kind of what this software is looking for. And then you save it as a CSV file. You can upload it here. And you can also check this box right here where you can use random numbers if the file doesn't meet the requirements. And so it'll fill in the rest of what's missing. And here it is, puzzle number 1, all the numbers right here. And then here are the clues and then the solution. Very simple book. Made it with just a few clicks of the button. And so now we're going to continue to solution pages. Now for solution pages, we want to do the second half of the book. So there we go. All of the blues are marked as the second half. Submit that. And then here's the book completed in its entirety. We have puzzle 1, puzzle 2, puzzle 3, and so on. And let's go to page 50 here. When we get to page 51, we see the first solution, second solution, and so on and so forth. Now, like I said, you can choose to do 2 solutions, 3 solutions, or even 4 solutions per page to kind of condense the back of the book so you can have more pages for actual puzzles, and that's up to you. But this is what it is, just a couple clicks of the button and you can make a full-on number search book. And this one is going to be ready to be uploaded into KDP. All you have to do is download this as the current project CMYK, and then once it's saved, you can upload it straight into KDP. And here is the PDF of the book, all completed, 100 pages, just like that. All that is left to do is to create a simple cover here. So if you want to see a video where I complete this project, complete this book, and create that cover, let me know in the comments down below. There are a lot of people chasing the loudest niches, but sometimes it's the quiet, overlooked ones that deliver the most consistent results. The numbers search book is one of them. It's not flashy, it's not trending, but it sells month after month. And now you've got the research, the data, and that step-by-step process to publish one yourself. So if you found this video helpful, do me a quick favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Also, drop me a comment letting me know if you'd like more of these realistic, low-effort niche breakdowns. And if you're ready to take that next step, I've got a free KDP royalty roadmap that you can download in the link in the description down below. It's packed with strategies I personally use to generate over 6 figures in royalties. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.